All right, Masters, let us start the program for today. Firstly, I would like to thank all of you for being here today on this 21 Life Transformation Program. Thank you so much for sparing your time and your valuable time for yourself to be with your breath in this journey. Yeah. So let us go into today's session. Well, today we will be talking about the self-love and also self-acceptance. So yesterday, as you all have heard from Master Neha, she have explained very well on the mindfulness, right? So I do believe all of us now have a clear idea on this mindfulness. Yeah. So today's topic will be self-love and self-acceptance. And again, today, Master Neha will be introduced here for this talk. So I would like to invite Master Neha for this wonderful next talk as well. Thank you so much. Welcome, Master Neha. Welcome.
Thank you, Vishwa, and I welcome again all the masters to join today to give for this appointment. This is a very important appointment. So you need to dress up well and appear before your own self. So welcome again. And we'll again start with this meditation first. And then later we will come on this topic of self-love, which is a very interesting and a topic very close to most of the masters because the journey begins from here. So uh, we'll discuss the topic towards the end of the meditation. So again, first things first, let's get comfortable. Let's be very, very comfortable with our posture. It is a good time to remove your glasses and get some water if you need. And if you are sitting on the floor, then just cross your legs. And if you're sitting on the chair, you cross your ankles slightly. All 10 fingers into each other and keep it in your lap. And gently allow your eyes to close. Make sure you are nice and relaxed. And somewhere that you'll not be disturbed for the duration of this entire session. This time deserves all your attention. So just relax. Take a few deep breaths to center yourself. Breathe in fully, expanding your body as it fills with air. And then slowly exhaling out. Just relax with each breath. Allow yourself to breathe with total calm and peace. Each inhale bringing calm and peace to my body. And each exhale is releasing the tension, the worries in my body. This process of breathing is called Anapanasati meditation, where Ana means incoming breath and Apana means outgoing breath, and Sati means to be one with. So just be one with your breath. Notice how this breath is making you feel. Check your breath. Is it heavy? Is it light? And notice the sensations and feelings that you have in your body without trying to change the rhythm of your breath. Just observe. Accept each breath as it is. Tapping into this awareness of our breath, we move our breath and focus on our physical body. Take a deep breath in and release. Another deep breath in and release. Last one. Taking a deep breath in all up to our toes. Release. Relax your toes. Relax your feet. Begin to offer self-love to each part of your body. Begin by saying mentally or just listening mindfully, I love and accept my feet. Moving upwards Coming to your shin and knees. Say to yourself, I love my knees. I love how it helps me to move, bend, sit. Moving upwards to your thighs, your hips, and saying, I love my entire legs, my entire hips. Moving upwards coming to your reproductive area, thanking for the job it does, taking out all what is unnecessary from our body. Coming to your stomach, your lower abdomen, and saying to yourself, I love and accept this part of my body, my stomach, my abdomen. I thank it for all the job it does and all what it has done throughout my life. Come to your spine, relax your spine, measuring the length of the spine mentally, and say to yourself, I love and accept my spine for the balance it provides to me in my day-to-day life. Come to your chest area, your heart center. I love and accept this love center. And the life that it gives me. Come to your shoulders, your arms, your hands. I love and accept my hands, my arms. I'm grateful to them. It allows me to do all the daily chores without any complaints, day and night. Moving up to our neck and shoulders. Just relax. Let the energy flow freely in this part. And say to yourself, I love and accept my neck, my shoulders. For they carry the weight of my head, my brain. Coming to your face. Relax all your facial muscles. And say to yourself, I love my face. I love the way I look. I'm unique and I'm special. I'm one in a million. Relax. Relax your ears and say to yourself, I love and accept my ears and I'm grateful for them. For all the words, all the songs, everything that goes into it. Working day and night without any complaints. Relax. Completely relax in this moment. Breathing easily. Your natural rhythm. Come to your head, your scalp. Relax. All the hair follicles. Relax your head. Relax the skin. Breathe deeply into it. Release. Keep offering lots of love to your body. Imagine this cosmic energy entering as a healing light, nourishing and healing each part of your body, each cell of your system. And notice how you are more relaxed,
You're more comfortable in your own skin. Stay here for a few moments. Feeling this love energy expanding within you. If your mind wanders, bring it back to the breath. This is the place of no judgment. This is the place of no thoughts. This is the place where you experience yourself. Breathing in, take your awareness to your heart center and begin to appreciate your heart and your breath. It's allowing you to relax and allowing your breath to deepen. Just follow your breath, masters. Appreciate your body for allowing you to be present in this very moment. And thinking about all that it took for this to be possible. There are so many things happening in our body which we don't even have to think about. is your love towards yourself, caring for you effortlessly, enabling all the processes in our body like breath, digestion, movement, all your senses. Appreciate the fullness of being alive as you experience the feelings towards your body, the love towards your body. Allow this feeling to expand and grow. Don't hold yourself, don't resist yourself. Come to the present moment. This love has no form or no shape. It is reaching to everyone around you, in your house, the place where you live, in the city where you are, in the country where you are, leaping all the boundaries. The whole world can feel the power of your self-love. And say these powerful words to yourself. I love myself deeply and unconditionally. and repeat it again. I love myself deeply and unconditionally. And see how you feel when you say these words. In this moment of appreciation and gratitude, let our love reach to all our loved ones, near or far, and be grateful for them. All our friends who teach us and show us light. Let's be grateful to our masters, our spirit guides, our teachers who are always there for us. Let's be grateful to Mother Earth, all the plants and animals, and everything we get without even asking for it. Let's be thankful to our breath, which connects us to this divine power. Let's slowly come back the awareness of our physical self. Without opening our eyes, feel the room you are sitting in. Feel the chair or mat you are sitting on. Come back. Take a pause. Last minute. You can slowly move your legs a little bit. Slowly unclasping your fingers. And bringing your palms to your eyes. And within closed palms, closed eyes, slowly try to open your eyes gently. And come back to this present moment, right here and right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, dear masters. Beautiful energy today. Thank you so much. Thank you. We will give 1 minute to everybody to drink some water and prepare themselves for the topic we are sharing today. My screen, okay, Vishwa? Are you able to see it?
Yes, it looks
Okay.
good. All right.
Okay, so today's topic is self-love. Self-love, we all know it sounds pretty simple, but actually it means very different for everyone, right? We all have different ways to take care of ourselves. But yet, after fulfilling our self-care list, after going for a massage, after going for a holiday, after doing whatever we think is self-love, we still feel that nobody cares for me, or I don't care enough for myself. So we will today briefly touch on this topic because this is a very deep topic, but we will try to understand about this well talked about concept called self-love. So yeah. Uh, So we are all seekers, dear friends. We all are seeking something or the other in life. We are seeking knowledge, we are seeking wealth, success, happiness, recognition, power. And the biggest one that we are seeking all the time is love. Of course, our life will have no meaning if there's no love. You know, love happens to be, love gives meaning to everything above in this list. So while painting this perfect picture of love, having everything above and painting a perfect picture, we keep focusing a lot on our shortcomings and things that we don't have. And not only us, the world around us keeps reminding us about our weaknesses and comparing us completely all the time what we don't have. So, uh, in this process, we forget to recount our blessings. We recount our strengths, our parts that we are very strong at. So we start seeking love from our partners, our family members, and society, which is completely normal because that's the way it is, right? So, but we often forget to see the part that we are not seeking for love, but we are only seeking for self-approval. We only want to be accepted by others so that I can accept myself. So to go deeper in this topic, let's just see if what is the idea of love that we have. Then the idea of love may be different for everyone. According to Google, love is a very complex word. It is a mix of emotions, behaviors, beliefs associated with strong feelings of affection, protectiveness, warmth, respect for another person, animals, another object. So this kind of love is based on interpersonal relationship with a person or a thing. And it is generally the idea of love we operate in is very objectified. So our mind rejects this idea of self-love because physically we are providing it with everything we can. We are giving it nice clothes, we are going out for holiday, we are doing whatever best we can to provide self-love, the thing we call self-love. But emotionally, we are always putting ourselves in the back seat, and then later we beat ourselves up for it. So because we are okay with the idea, because that we believe that the world works like that, what is the need for self-love? There is no need to have self-love all the time. Yeah, I have a birthday, or I do a nice project, or I achieve something, then I go out and celebrate myself. But you don't have to celebrate if you do something wrong according to you at the end of the day. So we have been brought up with that kind of belief system. So we have this thing that we don't need to have self-love all the time because the needs of others come first. So we keep pushing ourselves aside. We are always prioritizing others, and we may be doing everything for everyone with all our heart. But at the end of the day, when we come back to ourselves, we always go into this self-rejection or self-blame and choose words like, I should not have done anything for anyone because nobody reciprocates the same, or because in this process, these kind of words that we use for ourselves, the way we talk to ourselves is very important, because not only it is rejection from our own self, but we fear the rejection from people around us. We fear rejection from everybody around us, that person may think I'm selfish if I'm spending too much time on me. We may think we are not good enough. People may think we are not good enough. We don't have to spend so much time. So like that, we start again. We put in a lot of judgments in showing affection to our own self, and then we build a wall again around us that limit us to give love or get love. Then this idea of love that we have from our partners, from our family members, it's like a very objectified idea. No, I do like this, so you should show it in the same way. Or maybe like, I expect so and so things from my partner, or I expect so and so things, such and such type of affection from this person. And if it doesn't go according to the plan, then we just lose it. So the idea is going to be different for and the idea of love has to be different for everyone, because everyone comes from a different belief system. So how to get it right? There is that we need to understand that after all this, why do we even need self-love? We need self-love because it kind of releases you from your own bondages, from your own thinking patterns, from your own idea of love that we have been brought up with. We have seen the movies, we have seen how, things happen in the real thing. Yeah, you fall in love, I feel great. But was that even love, or we were seeking something else? So we need to check what was our idea of love. So when we seek self-love, then we are seeking it to release from our own idea of what we have been brought up with. So self-love is beginning to understand what actually real love is, because the love we are seeking today or giving today is nothing compared to self-love. And the starting point of self-love is forgiveness. It is often talked about a lot. The start of self-love is to unload myself from any ideas and forgive myself and others to deepen this practice of self-love. Because when we practice self-love, the practice is so deep that there may be some patterns that we are completely unaware of. And we are carrying those patterns not only from this lifetime, but from different lifetimes. It is very difficult to get rid of the patterns. So when we meditate, when we are mindful, then this kind of we develop, we first develop the connection with ourselves. Now we'll talk about what am I meaning by knowing yourself. Knowing yourself, I mean how well you know yourself comes from self-awareness. How much time you can spend with yourself, how much time you are comfortable with yourself, when you are not with anybody, when you are not with any device, when you are not with any TV, when you're not with your Netflix, can you spend that time with yourself without being judgmental of your thoughts? So basically, I have taken this analogy of a computer having three parts, like a monitor, which is your identity or ego, yourself in this world, your name, your career, whatever you are, your family life, your husband, wife, whatever you are. This is the physical self. That keyboard and mouse is basically inputting through our senses, whatever thoughts, whatever things we are feeding our mind is directly going into the hard disk. Everything is getting permanently stored here within our subconscious. And some already there are things which are stored in our subconscious which we are not aware of. So, but to get there, first we need to clear out whatever we have stored in this life, right? So that's why we are meditating, that when there are no thoughts, when the thought process slows down, then we are able to see who we are. It connects you to your own self. And where did we come from and where are we going? It connects you like a puzzle, coming together. So now this hard disk that we have, it never sleeps. The human subconscious never sleeps. It needs a lot of repetition to overwrite a program. But if a machine has a bad program, you can, format it or get a new machine. But for the human machine, we think the kind of thoughts we are having or something, we think there is nothing wrong in us with ourselves, because we see others acting the same way and behaving the same way. And we are brought up with a certain belief system. We are never questioning it. Why am I thinking like that? Why do I believe in this? So we kind of repeat those patterns, and it becomes a habit. It becomes like Vishwa said yesterday, it goes on auto mode. We keep thinking like that. Now, if you have put something on repeat mode for a long time, that becomes your character. So now with meditation and mindfulness, we are trying to clear our subconscious, because as much as we clear, we know we will connect to the purpose of life. Now, the next one, we go deeper into exploring the self, is the physical self that I talked about. There are three levels, the broad categories I have made to understand. This is the ego self, which is the life and its drama, your body, your limited way of looking at yourself, that I like this, I enjoy this, and I am a mother or I'm a father, and I have a job like this. You are in a, you can draw yourself in a box. This is how I think. This is how I feel about myself. And always desiring for more and more things, always looking for approval based on perceptions, always comparing ourselves. Then there is a spiritual or awakening self, which is like you are in this life, but you are enjoying everything, you're doing everything, but there is something in you which is looking for peace, which is looking to settle down, which is looking, not to run so much, just quieten yourself. So, and that is the moment we feel when we are in this journey further in, then we feel that actually our physical self, physical body is choosing the life drama with its own perceptions and limited knowing. It is choosing whatever belief system we have. We always work around it. We never think beyond it. Then we come to the soul self or the awakened self, which knows that irrespective of all this, irrespective of the life, the drama around you, this is gonna still exist. We will explain this with an example later on also. It's your divinity, your connection with the divine, with this consciousness, which has no shape and no form. It's unlimited, it's selfless and desireless. We will explain this in our next slides. So now here, our goal is journey with our awakened self. We start this journey with our awakened self because everybody is enlightened. You would not believe it. Everybody is enlightened, but they have forgotten themselves. Everybody is awakened. We have forgotten who we are. So now we have to come back to ourselves to know that we know more than this. We know more than the life we are seeing. So let's get there and see what it has to offer. So we start using this life as an opportunity. This amazing body vehicle that you have got, this human form, to live in awareness of yourself and also understanding the broken connection between the physical self and the awakened self. And we try to break those patterns and we try to get away from the connections that do not serve to join these two. So we understand our physical self that was always in desire, always running around, always wanting more and more, and keeping it in check. And then living our physical self with tools of spiritual self. These tools like mindfulness, tools like self-love, tools like gratitude, tools like abundance. These are the tools. We are discussing this in this entire journey of 21 days. So how we are choosing to live in our physical life with the help of these spiritual tools, and we can create any kind of life we want. Right now we may not be satisfied right now we may not see the results instantly, but in the long run you can just change completely tune your life. And this has happened with many masters, many masters. Now, how do we build on love or acceptance for ourselves? Self-love does not only include soul, spirit, or consciousness, but it also includes that some level of this life, this drama that I'm in middle of, this whatever projection that I have of my life, and having compassion for it, accepting ourselves and taking responsibility of ourselves, not giving your key to your feelings to someone else. Suppose, imagine you are a TV and you give the remote to somebody else, they'll just keep changing the channels all the time. And you will be behaving that way. So you need to be sure that no, I am not giving the remote to you. This is mine. I'm a blank slate. Don't try to put different channels on me. So taking that responsibility in your hand by making conscious choices for yourself, by choosing to think positive, by choosing to think some positive affirming thoughts that you are worthy of everything that you deserve. And then always practicing gratitude towards this universe, towards the life that you have, towards the kind of people that you have around. And this is all about, we discussed this yesterday as well, that this all happens just by being aware, just by being mindful about our day-to-day, living, where we are mindful and we are non-judgmentally seeing everything and accepting ourselves. And that way we take responsibility. No, yes, my mind is going towards the thought process, but I can bring back. This is my responsibility to coming back to center myself. This is because nobody else is going to do it for you. Only you can do it for yourself. And then we, of course, surround yourself with supportive, caring people and not with people, the negative Delhis that you have to, that have nothing positive to say about you, or and they don't have anything to add to your life. So surround yourself who can grow you, who can add something, add value to you, who bring the best in you. And then you will see that how you're not only building self-love for yourself, but everybody around you. Now, when we talk about compassion for self, there is this, there are two ways we can inculcate the compassion for ourselves. Is that one way is that in this entire thing, watching this drama, this entire drama, whatever is going in your life as someone else's drama, and feeling compassion for it. Oh, when we see somebody in trouble or we see somebody in problem, what we do, we try to be very supportive to them. Then this is our chance to be supportive to our story, whatever story I have created. I can show some compassion to myself, or develop a mother-child relationship with your feelings. Like if a mother is critical, moody, or unpredictable, um, shouts at her child, if suppose there is a feeling, there is a thought or some kind of thing which is irritating you, or some kind of thought which is creating anxiety in you, how do you address that? Do you shout at it like a mother, or do you are like warm, understanding, and patient towards that? So all this kind of tools, they help us to develop compassion for ourselves, hugging our feelings like a child. Then we are always free to move forward, because we keep forgiving ourselves in this process. We keep forgiving people in this process, and we are liberating ourselves in this process. Then other one is when we go further in this process is uh, just taking a step back and looking at this very human incarnation. The thing that we talked earlier about our awakened state. So how do we get into that state? How do we stay in that stay mindful about that awakened state? Is, let's just say that you have a glass full of air, and it is this jar that I've shown here, and you have decorated this glass with all things fancy. Now this glass full of jar breaks, and now I've got nothing but air. And so what happens? I'll say that, okay, I had a glass full of jar and it broke. Now I'm nothing but air. And when I say that I'm nothing, then the jar of myself, my entire drama, which I have created, it breaks. And then that liberates you, because you will come to that feeling that sometimes we cannot feel liberated, because we are in ignorance that we are something, we are this, we are that, we are so and so. So we are completely in that ignorance. We have this jar around us, but when it breaks and gets merged with the air around us, the jar that was keeping us from the truth of who we are, then we realize that I was actually thinking myself to be this jar, but actually I'm everything around me. Now I was just thinking myself to be like in a box, but now I'm everything around me. I release my own bondage. So you come to realize the truth of who you are, and that is the highest form of self-love. And the best way to practice it and to get the experience of this feeling is to practice meditation. Then you drop your identity self and you come to this perfect self. And then we see everyone in that perspective, because the content of the jar in me and the content of the jar in you is the same. So we are made of the same material. So you do not only have compassion for your own self, but you have compassion for everyone. And you come in the state of oneness. So sometimes we have to take it easy on self-love, which is commonly misunderstood as well, because self-love is not a not like you cannot master it immediately. There is a learning curve again, and we always aspire for self-love. Self-love is becoming love. Yesterday we talked about uh, being and becoming. So here also, self-love is the process of doing, and love is the process of being. So we are talking about being love, because when it's being love, then there are no conditions around it. Then it's not objectified, it's not quantified, it's free for all. So there is no me, there's no you, there's just love, and we are part of it, and we all have our cups full. We don't have to go asking for love anywhere. Now, self-love sometimes may become egotistical, because if you're not aware of it, and then if you're not aware of it, because it depends on which self we are talking about. If you are talking about the identity self, the wants and desires of physical self, the desires of the body, our emotions and our mind, and if we are loving that ego too much, then we can watch it grow in self-centeredness, self-entitlement, and other monsters that we think of, that ego really takes us in. So it's not a very pretty picture. So self-love does not mean, lying or defying our ego, but listening to it and keeping it in check. Okay, humor it. Oh my God, why I was thinking like that? Why I was thinking highly of myself like that? So reminder of that jar. You need to be reminded of that jar. This is all the jar we are operating in. The content of the jar is different. So self-love does not make you lazy. It makes you easy. It makes you aware of your own energy and capabilities. And you would want to do things which align with your soul purpose. Because sometimes there's this misunderstanding that, okay, I'm going to love myself. I'm going to sleep for 10 hours today. So that is not self-love. Self-love is when you are, because it's no more about yourself. That love, you have touched that love, which is not about you. It is about everyone. Now you want to do things which are good for everyone, not only you. Like we are here taking meditation classes or anything of, it's not only meditation, anything which can be of purpose to everyone. Because now I have touched this. Now I have touched this love. I need to give it back to everyone. So that way, self-love is not selfish, because it is not about, others or making others feel bad. It is about honoring your own feelings. And self-love is about taking care, aligning your physical self with your awakened self, coming back to the divine all the time. Self-love is listening to your inner voice or intuition that we say. See, now how do we listen to this inner voice? We have between 50,000 to 75,000 thoughts per day. And 90 to 95% of our thoughts are repeated each day. And we are largely unaware of those repetitive thoughts. And we start paying attention to our thoughts. Then we find many, many voices in our head. And most repetitive thoughts, if you notice, are negative. They are stemming from fear or judgment, depressing thoughts, rejectful thoughts, and some kind of scarcity, that I don't have enough money, I don't have enough clothes, I don't have enough food, or that kind of mindset. So these voices always stems from the ego self, because it has endless needs and desires. It can never get satisfied. Even if you are the richest person, you still want to be more rich. So now if you have to focus on what your goal is. If your goal is to be the richest person, or your goal is to be the healthiest person, you start making those choices. But if your purpose, like all our saints, all our masters and gurus, everybody has said that the purpose of life is moksha, to be liberated. If your purpose is that, then self-love is the starting point of it. And you take actions and you choose things which can empower you in that practice. which can take you further in your spiritual journey. So you choose meditation, you choose time, you choose a time for yourself. And that time you make it clear, this is my time. And believe me, everybody around you will start supporting you, not only supporting you, but they will also get inspired by you and how your life is changing. So now we need to, that's why when we meditate and we are mindful, we are listening to those voices, eliminating the voices that we don't need, and hidden behind all these layers are soft voices, which are always encouraging us, uplifting us, inspiring us, and telling us to be the best version of ourselves. Then we start listening to those voices because they never come from a place of judgment. It comes from deep divine self. So, sorry. So always we have to believe that we are enough wherever we are. And this is the most important tip, because we don't have to tear ourselves down with critical thoughts. We don't have to fight with our thoughts. Start giving compliments to yourself instead, and praise yourself. For if a bad thought is coming, you say, okay, very well done, well done. And then it's not going to come again. Once you catch that thought, once you catch that thief that is troubling you, it will not come again. But keep doing it, keep practicing it. Then what happens when you cultivate self-love? You start getting in oneness. We get aligned with our soul self, and we start making better choices. We start taking care of our body, because this is a very important vehicle given to us to experience and learn. And we don't abuse our body and mind anymore. We start to make conscious choices in eating as well, because we are expanding awareness about our own self. We are building compassion to our own self, and it's spreading beyond you. You become compassionate to other beings around you. You start creating healthy emotional boundaries as you get to know yourself. You realize that you don't need the toxicity around you. You don't need that kind of people around you. So you make efforts to keep your inner self content all the time. Then you also, it will help if you join groups. Actually, when you are in this process, you will come across the groups that resonate with your emotions, your feelings. And if you connect with those groups that seek the truth of love that we all want to feel, we can feel it, in collective consciousness. The seeking of this love becomes very easy, because everybody is creating the same energy and everybody is in the same energy. And then you read and hear books, materials which resonate with your soul, rather than mindlessly spending hours on social media, TV, or any other activity that, which is not giving you an opportunity to grow. You don't spend too much time on it. You may spend time for fun, but you will come back and you will restore yourself. Yeah, okay, this thing, I need to learn more about this. So I would ask you that on a scale of 0 to 10, what is your normal level of self-love during your ordinary life? Not when you are celebrating a success or beating yourself down for something. So big 0 being my thoughts and words and actions are going against me. And on a level of 10, it's my thoughts, words, and actions nourish my soul. So chances are that you may find yourself somewhere in between. And when you look at your life, you can certainly see so many things, so many successes in our life, things that we have been grateful, or we should be grateful for, all the accomplishments. You come to, you move from self-blame and rejection to self-love when you start honoring your journey. So you can very well imagine that if you become your own ally, your own best friend, your own caring well-wisher, how the world would be around you if you just increase this love quotient to yourself. Lastly, we all need a helping hand. We are all in this together. So if you would like to share your insights or experiences, or need some help in overcoming these barriers and cultivating self-love, Please feel free to get in touch with any of the masters in this group. And I wish you a very wonderful and enriching, successful adventure of self-love. And with this, I'll come to the end of this presentation. If there are any questions or anything you want to share, please feel free to share so.
Yes, thank you so much, Master Neha, for the wonderful explanation on the self-love and self-acceptance. So, my dear friends, I believe all of us, we are clear very much in details. Yeah. And yeah, actually, to be very frankly with all of you, if you really wanted to get to know yourself, get connected to yourself, firstly, we have to have this self-love. Self-love is not selfishness, right? Selfishness is only comes when you are putting the ego. When our ego comes, that's where the selfishness can come. But the selfness is very, very important to embrace ourselves, to grow ourselves. We really need this. And also the self-acceptance. In order to have this self-love, we have to do this, we must have this self-acceptance. All right, masters, I think today has it's gone beyond the time. So yeah, so I think we stop here today for today's session. And I truly like to thank you so much, Master Neha, for your wonderful explanation and for
Thank
your sharing. Yeah,
Thank
and yeah. And to all the masters who have joined here, I truly love to thank all of you for being here and keep being with us throughout the sessions because we are going to come up with more topics on spiritual and about ourselves, our soul. So there's a lot of things that we can gain knowledge from here. So stay tuned. Hope to see you all tomorrow at the same time. And yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for your beautiful comments. I hope we are helping you in this journey, and we want you to open yourself up. Opening your cameras again is a part of self-love, and putting your name right is a part of self-love. These are the small things. We ignore these things. I can name myself anything, but if I don't honor my own name, if I don't honor my own self, my own face, then nobody's gonna really, look at it. So open yourself up and come forward with any questions, with anything, any thoughts, anything, any time, like on the WhatsApp group or on the camera. If maybe the time is off here, then we can connect on the WhatsApp group as well.
Yes.
Thank you again to all the masters for being so patient today. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, as Master Neha said, please do share if anything in the WhatsApp group. Yeah.
Yeah.
So hope to see you all again tomorrow. Thank you. Bye. Have a good night.
Bye. Good
Bye.
night.